Well, Akiva Eldar is a political analyst and contributor to Israeli newspaper Haaretz. He joins us live now from Tel Aviv. Akiva, thank you very much for speaking to us. Israeli officials are saying hostage talks with Hamas are at a dead end. What more can you tell us about these ongoing ceasefire negotiations in Doha, and indeed, are they at a dead end?
Actually, we were never so close to an agreement with the Hamas as we are today, or actually yesterday, before Netanyahu decided to call the Israeli delegation back home. Actually, they were on their way to the airport when he decided to react to the American decision not to use their veto power, the UN, and actually punish the families, the relatives, and the Israeli captives by stopping the negotiations when we were very, very close to an agreement that will allow at least the first stage of this round to take place and to bring back 40 hostages. And now I think there is a consensus among Israeli analysts that Netanyahu really doesn't want the deal, any deal, because he knows that once they will be back and Israel will have to agree to a temporary ceasefire, this can start the countdown of his tenure. He may lose his partners from the radical right, Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, and he made a decision. He made a decision that his life, political life, and his freedom, because his trial is still continuing, is more important than the lives and the future and the freedom of 130 Israeli captives, Rihanna.
And Akiva, let's talk about that vote on Monday. How significant do you think the UN Security Council resolution vote was? Or was it more of a symbolic moment with Israel's closest ally in the US choosing to abstain rather than veto the text this time round?
Actually, this move at the UN doesn't practically mean any dramatic change on the ground. As you see, the Israeli forces are still striking in Gaza, in Lebanon, and even in Syria. But Netanyahu knows better than anyone that actually Israel is not able to deal with both fronts simultaneously without American assistance. We had a convoy of 150 American airplanes and 200 ships bringing weapons and ammunition to Israel. And Netanyahu has to make a choice. If he wants to confront President Biden, he may bring us to the point, or the Americans to the point, that they will say enough is enough. And President Biden has put many political chips since he is, as we know, running for re-election. He has put many political chips on this conflict. And, we wanted to believe that October 7th made it clear, both to the United States, that without solving the Palestinian problem, not managing, but solving the conflict between Israel and the the Palestinian, the Middle East will never be stabilized. And we wanted to believe that the Israeli leadership understood that without the United States, Israel cannot exist. Israel owes the peace with Egypt. Israel owes the peace with Jordan. And the kind of temporary agreement, the Oslo agreement with the Palestinians. So actually, Netanyahu is playing with the future of Israel. And the Americans has sent a message yesterday at the UN that if you don't take nuances, we will have to use a club.
You say that without the US Israel doesn't exist. On that, concerns remain about Israeli plans to launch this offensive on Rafah, where more than 1 million Palestinians are currently sheltering. Is Israel able to launch such an offensive amid such strong international, particularly American opposition?
Yeah, I think that we are very close to the point that also the partners of Netanyahu from the center-right, Gantz and Eisenkot, who joined the war cabinet. As you know, Rihanna, one of them already left, Gideon Saar, because he realized that it's going nowhere and things will deteriorate, and he doesn't want to become part of the problem rather than part of the solution. And I believe that Netanyahu is acting actually like a loose cannon, somebody who is playing with his back to the wall. And as I said, the Israeli public that woke up a year ago and demonstrated and blocked the highways in regard to the judiciary reform or the judiciary evolution will wake up and they will be back to the streets. And I bet that we will meet here again talking about elections in 2024, Rihanna.
Akiva, thank you very much for your time and taking us through that. Akiva Eldar, live from Tel Aviv.